Let me tell you about some of the most punk rock shit that's ever happened in American history. So in the late 80s was the first time that the Americans with Disabilities Act was introduced to Congress. And essentially what they were asking for, individuals with disabilities, was access to things like public transportation, the ability to have a wheelchair lift on buses, ramps in places, braille on signs, closed captionings, shit like that, where people with disabilities were saying, listen, I know that we are accepted in the community, but we would like to be active members of society. So that bill was introduced in 88 to, Congress. It was very much stalled for months and months, years and years, because the business-minded side of things, people were saying, it's gonna cost so much money, we are gonna have to redo all kind of infrastructure, la la la. And then also, there were a lot of very religious evangelical lobbyists at that time, still are. But the ADA also does protect folks with HIV. And in the mind of those religious lobbyists, the only people that got HIV were homosexuals, so they don't deserve rights. Crazy shit. So, on this day, in 1990, a demonstration was had in Washington, D.C., a march to gain attention and to demand the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Over 1,000 people marched all the way down to our nation's capital. At the bottom of the Capitol stairs, because there was no ramp, over 50 individuals left their mobility aids, their wheelchairs, their crutches, their walkers, their everything, left those shits at the bottom of the stairs and dragged themselves up those 70 plus stairs to the Capitol to demand action. Make no mistake, the fucking bill was passed in just a few months after that. Of the people that climbed the stairs, one of them was what's her last name? Her name is Jennifer Cleland. I'll put the correct one right here. She was 9 years old at the time. She has cerebral palsy. And so I guess somebody went up to her, probably a news person, and was interviewing her, asking her something, and she was like, hey, if it takes me all day, it takes me all day. I'll be here as long as I have to. That's hardcore shit. That is so fucking powerful. I love that shit. That event in history is called the Capitol Crawl. And it happened on this day, March 12th in 1990.